Hey everyone, I'm Mine, and welcome to the 71st episode of the Woku Podcast. I'm here
What
as
episode is
always,
this?
71.
71st?
71st. It's the 71st episode, Matthew.
Yep.
And I'm here, as you can tell, I'm here as always with my co-host, Bricks by Matthew. Windrunner Matt, the boy, he's here.
Zero.
We're here to talk about
Sorry I
LEGO.
couldn't for last week, guys.
Yeah, I know. It was a pretty lonely episode last week, so if you missed the lonely episode, you should go back and watch that one. I actually just make sure you watch all the way through, or else you won't see all the fun parts.
Yeah.
There's secrets hidden throughout, just like there will be in this episode. So if you want to learn all the secrets, you gotta watch it all. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway,
The joke, by the way, is that I was in last episode.
no, don't spoil it for them.
People are
The
gonna be
three
really
people
confused.
the three people that will go back and watch it will get me like half a cent of AdSense. Okay.
But I don't get any of that, so I don't care. Fun fact, viewers, I've never been paid for a Woo Crew podcast.
I bought you a Lego Batman.
You did not buy it for me.
Not Lego, a Batman Fortnite. And
You gave me the money that I made on my video.
I rounded up though. It was like $13.50, and the thing was like $16. I rounded up for the podcast,
Okay,
so
well,
technically you have been paid. Okay.
Okay, so I've made $1 in over a year of doing this.
It's not much more than I paid for doing this. The podcast are not the money makers.
Yeah, it's all about the meme review.
Yep, exactly. Which I also haven't done. Anyway, what do we do? How far are we into this podcast? All right, let's get started.
You
Thank
haven't
you to all
talked
the.
about a single Lego yet.
I know. I haven't even shouted out the YouTube members, so thank you to the YouTube members. So for the channel, very special thank you to Pyro Tier and above, who are Tumbleweed, Garfield, and Suntan. If you're the viewer want to become a YouTube member, go click the join button next to the subscribe button.
Okay.
Okay.
Moving on.
Moving on. Now let's get into this. So we had some surprising Ninjago news this week. In the Garmadon Comic was announced.
Yeah.
So for those who did not hear, we are getting a full comic from Skybound Comics, who are the people who made the Walking Dead comic and Invincible, which is another big one. They're now producing a Ninjago comic focusing on Garmadon.
Yep. And Garmadon is the main villain of Ninjago.
For those who don't know who Garmadon is?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
If you're coming from our Walking Dead podcast, which is also made by Skybound Entertainment.
Oh, right, of course, right.
Do you think there are people who talk about comics on a podcast or something that are now talking about Garmadon from Ninjago because the publishing company is making it?
Probably. They probably didn't spend too long on it, but I can imagine because there's definitely lots of comic podcasts. They probably did an episode on the Sky, because it wasn't just the Garmadon announcement, it was a whole event, and that was one of the announcements. So maybe they probably went through and Garmadon, I don't know what this Ninjago thing is. Sounds like it's for babies. But this was surprising, and it's also very, very cool.
I'm curious to see what it looks like, and I hope it looks good.
Yeah, we've seen the cover, and the cover looks cool at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, I obviously we have no idea of the writing quality or the plot yet, so I can't say for sure. But
waiting for a LEGO Ninjago live action movie
starring Chris Pratt.
Yeah. Which ninja would Chris Pratt be? I feel like he'd be Kai.
No, he'd be Lloyd, because Lloyd's the main character.
Okay. I feel ironically, Chris Pratt back in Parks and Rec era would make a really good Dareth.
Yeah, I mean, we'll get into the Chris Pratt conversation later, because I have thoughts on that. But the Garmadon comic, yeah, I'm very excited for it. I've seen a lot of people, because people are going to be cynical over anything. There's some people who clearly have just grown up and are not into Lego anymore, which is cool. You don't have to be into Lego at 19. I am, but not everyone has to be. But they, instead of just accepting hey, I've grown up and kids and also not kids still enjoy this stuff, they get really cynical about it, and they're like, wow, okay, you have to put the plot of your main villain in a comic book, this is where Ninjago's gonna die, this is such a bad idea.
Okay.
And I saw other people saying oh, this is where Bionicle failed because the lore was stretched too thin between too many different forms
No,
of...
that's not why Bionicle failed.
Literally, 90, I'm guaranteed 90% of Ninjago buyers probably don't watch the show.
Yeah.
Straight up. The show,
Okay,
show definitely drives sales.
People talk about like Bionicle failing as if it failed in its first year and it has this cult following. No, it's like one of the longest lasting Lego original themes ever.
Yeah, no, for sure.
In fact, I think it's the second longest, only behind Ninjago. Like,
Right.
Ninjago's not going to be around forever either. Bionicle didn't fail. It did what it was supposed to do, and it ended.
Yeah.
That's not a failure.
No. And it's just the style of play that it was, I think, just became less popular with kids for whatever reason.
Well, action figures in general became less popular with kids and more popular with adults in terms of like the collector style action figures, which is what you see from Hasbro now.
Yeah.
That's not what was going on in the early 2000s. It was like really accessible, really cheap, pretty good looking action figures that were aimed towards kids. That's not what happens anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, like this notion that like, oh yeah, like they're stretching the lore over too many media. Like, no, it's a good thing that it's like Star Wars has 1 billion comics. That doesn't make the movies any less like their own thing. Like,
and here's something else to know. I love Star Wars. I have never read a single piece of Star Wars.
Exactly, media. Yeah. Like, and I guarantee, like, either this comic's either going to lead to either Garmadon just is done in the show for good, or if he comes back, they're going to have an explanation in the show.
Yeah.
Right? Like, they're not just going to be like, you need to read the comics to understand it. You might get more info if you read the comics, but I guarantee, like, the show is still going to be its own thing.
If anything, there's going to be like it's going to be explaining the show, and if you read the comics, you'll notice something that someone who just watches the show doesn't.
Right. And I mean, like, we already had that with the Dark Island trilogy. That's canon. I've never read it, but never have I been like, I wonder why that's there in the show. Like, no, it's fine, because they purposely, like, write around that, because they don't expect everybody to have read every piece of media.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, shut up. If you're complaining, shut up.
That's what I'm saying. But in short, yeah, I'm excited, and I will definitely get these, and I will cover them on the channel, probably.
I'll read them too, honestly, so if you want to make some review videos as they're coming out, it's going to be monthly, right?
Yeah. I don't know how... I know they start on April 22nd. I don't know how often they come out.
Comics are usually monthly.
Okay.
So if you want to do like a little series where we talk about each one, because these probably won't leak like the TV show does, so we'll have some discussion around that.
That could be cool. No, I would for sure be down, and I think people would enjoy watching that, so yeah. I
would enjoy making it, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens. But yeah, it's cool. If you're angry about it, shut up, grow up, stop being a baby, and read the Ninjago comic book.
All right. What do we want to talk about next?
What else do we have? We've got I want to talk about the Luigi sets.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking next. So, completely random, on Halloween, we had a teaser, or not just a full reveal, of the next wave of, or half of the next wave of LEGO Super Mario.
Yeah, I think there's still 4 or 5 sets coming.
Yeah, and this is the Luigi's Mansion expansion.
Yes.
Actually, hold on. I think they're on LEGO.com now, so I'm going to pull those up. It's a brick set so that I'm not putting a bunch of ads on my podcast. You guys hear that ambulance outside? Alright, so we had the LEGO Luigi's Mansion set revealed. This is the smallest one, and this is like the main expansion for the Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah,
and it's the Luigi's Mansion Lab and Poltergust expansion set.
This is the one I'm probably most excited for, even though it's the worst looking, because it is essentially like I'm assuming it's essentially going to be a new game to go with these figures.
Right, so there's a few different things. So number one, there's a new start block that is not a pipe. It's like just a little platform, and it has a start barcode on it.
Yep.
There's the new pants attachment for Luigi, or I assume it works with Mario as well, despite it being called LEGO Luigi's Mansion.
This one's actually, it's got like a molded pocket on the front.
So, I think that's probably a button.
A button?
I think that's a button that will push down a second pin to transform him. Like, what if I had to guess, because he's kind of got like a Ghostbusters Ghost Sucker attachment. If I had to guess, you probably push down on that and it enables like the Attack the Ghosts mode.
Oh, that's really cool. Yeah.
Like, this is just me completely theorizing, but I think the only reason the pocket's there is to... Because there's got to be some sort of new gameplay mechanic, and I feel like it would make sense if that was a button.
I'm grabbing my Luigi figure. Yeah, that's where the pins are.
Right. So. Yeah. Because they'll have it like just by default. It's like, okay, we're in Luigi's Mansion mode, and then you push down the buttons like, okay, we're in Luigi's Mansion, suck up the ghost mode. Mm-hmm. And maybe that's the difference. Because they could have just like released these sets with these enemies as regular Mario enemies, but I think this will actually have different sort of gameplay, maybe.
Yeah.
Again, there's only so many things you can do with these guys, but
it's really cool.
Well, one thing, so I've been reviewing a lot of the Mario sets recently on the channel, and I noticed with the Boo figure that comes in the Bowser's Castle, if you step on him, it just makes the character like scream and like faint. It doesn't actually get you a coin unless you have the star. So maybe if you have the button pressed down, it'll suck up the ghost instead of hurting you.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Yeah, this was completely out of left field, but I'm here for it. Like the idea of Luigi's Mansion, I think it's a creative way to keep the theme fresh. I would have preferred Mario Kart, but you know what? This is still cool.
I agree with that also, but this is a cool intermediary because it's introducing different Mario games to this medium.
Yeah.
While still kind of keeping it not too out there.
Yeah, no, for sure. Alright, do you want to go to the next one?
Yep.
Alright. I do have to say that the prices on these sets are a little funny.
I would agree.
Alright, so this one, I thought this was...
they're a little spooky.
Ooh, good one. This one's actually, I thought this was 50. For 40, this one's actually a good price. The first one was 30 though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 30 for the first one, which is a little much in my opinion, but this one's 40. The Luigi's Mansion entryway expansion set.
I think it looks good.
Yeah. It feels so small. Like, it says it has 500 pieces, but it does not feel like a 500-piece set.
So here's the reason I think that is. You're used to seeing Lego stuff in minifigure scale. This is Mario scale. So
That's true, right. Yeah, so it is pretty big.
But these guys are about double the size of a minifigure, so this is double the size the doorway would be.
That's true, yeah. I really love all the ghosts from this theme. They're really fun designs.
I like a little dog guy in this one.
Yeah, the dog's cute. And getting Boo again's nice because he only came in the Bowser's Castle, so
yeah,
this is a far more accessible way to get him. This one I'm almost definitely going to get. I'm probably going to get the smallest one and this one. It also depends, because what, we have rumored another 4 sets for this Mario Wave 2?
Either 4 or 5, I don't remember.
I think it's 4, but like, one's the CMF and one is a $60 set, which is probably some sort of starter set.
Okay.
So, what that's going to be, I have no idea. Also, is that a new... I think that's a new leg attachment for the dog.
It might be.
Because it's similar, but it's 4 legs instead of 2.
It very well might be.
Yeah. But yeah, this one's cool. Again, like... I don't know, I like it, but I don't like it that much.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get it probably, but it's not like...
I think this connected to the $80 set will look way better.
Yeah. But the $80 set is $80, man.
Exactly.
Speaking of which, let's go to that now.
Yeah.
So this one comes with Slimer from Ghostbusters.
Yep.
It's the Luigi's Mansion Haunt and Seek expansion set.
Yes.
And I like a lot of elements of this, but it feels very cluttered.
This is one I want to watch a review of.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's fair. Maybe you can watch the Bricks by Mind review of it.
Yeah, I mean, if you get it, I will.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on here. It comes with Toad again. I'm glad to see Toad's being reprinted.
With a new face expression.
Yeah, with a new face expression. Boo is being reprinted as well with a new King Boo, I mean. Yeah. With a new expression. We have Slimer. We have this red ghost over here. And then there's just, like...
I like a lot of elements of this set. You got a cool bed, you got a toilet, you got a little kitchen from the game.
Yeah, and I feel like this is, like, kind of, like... There's a lot of options here. I feel like if you're actually doing the whole course building, like, adventuring thing, like, this has a lot more replayability than some of the other courses. Some of them are like, here are the 2 barcodes, boop, boop, you're done. But this, like, it looks like you can actually explore, take different paths.
Yeah, no, this one's really cool.
Yeah, this seems good.
I'm interested, too, to see what the gameplay objective is going to be. Like, for Mario, so far, we have collect as many coins in a certain amount of time. Get to 100 coins is one of the start pipes. So I'm curious if this is going to be, like, collect a certain number of ghosts or something.
Yeah, I'm looking at the, like, lifestyle images, and they show it being played with a little bit, and they shows, like, Luigi collecting a red coin. I don't know if that's anything.
Okay.
Not sure, but... Yeah, when I first saw this, I'm like, bro, $80 is a lot. But I'm like looking at it again now, and with the piece count, it probably is worth $80.
I think it probably is worth
like genuinely. Now that more I look at these are probably a better value than a lot of the previous Mario sets.
Yeah, no, that was my thought when I saw them, and I was kind of surprised when you were saying.
I just kind of feel like maybe they're a little, or at least the smallest one's really barren. But I guess it is. That one is.
The smallest is the weakest, but also it's kind of like one of those $10 sets, except with more.
Yeah, that's true. I thought it was more similar to like the $60 starter course from this year.
Yeah,
where it's like a new gameplay mechanic and everything.
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of like the LEGO Dimensions, like the not the level packs, but like the story packs.
Yeah, the story packs. Yeah.
Yeah, where it would be like multiple, like that's kind of what this is adjacent to if you're relating this theme to Dimensions.
Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, any other thoughts on Luigi's Mansion?
Oh, no, it's cool.
I'm excited for it. I want to see the other Mario sets, but it's good. Very good. Next we have Disney Encanto sets. Enchanto? I'm sorry, I don't know how it's pronounced. I don't know anything about this movie. I don't want to spend too long on this because I don't really care.
Yeah, I do think we talked about this, but the hair pieces are so great.
Yeah, so the hair pieces I think are the most important thing of these. This new hair piece right here, that viewers can see it. The curly hair that sort of goes down to the side. It's on the tall character in the big set. That hairpiece is awesome.
It is. It really
I've been looking for like a good hairpiece to represent Emma's hair, and if they release that in brown, that would literally be perfect.
Which one specifically? Because there's like 4 new hairpieces or something here.
In the biggest set, the tall character's hairpiece, and not the old lady.
Okay. Yeah. Wait, is that a new hairpiece though?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Gotta be, right?
Oh yeah, no, okay, it is. It is.
Yeah. It's also in the other 2 sets.
That would work really well for Emma.
Yeah. And then the other one that's on like the short character in the set, I believe that's also new. I love LEGO's been knocking out of the park with the hair pieces recently.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if this is new or not, but in that like pink book, there's that Rhea looking hairpiece with like, I don't know if it was in the Rhea sets, but it's like Rhea's hairstyle without the hat, and it looks so good.
I think that's a pretty like old LEGO Friends hairpiece.
Okay, I don't know if I've seen it before, but like it's a cool style, I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think my sister has that hairpiece. I think it's been around for a while, but
I'm a little bit tempted to get one of the books.
I might get the green book because it comes with both of the hairpieces, and it's a lot cheaper than the big set.
Yeah. The only thing is the big set looks much nicer.
Yeah, but it looks a lot nicer, but it is mostly a facade, so I don't really have much desire to get it.
Yeah.
Here we have multiple images. Yeah, that's what I mean by that. Like it's meant to be a dollhouse, which is what the
How much is this one?
I don't know if we have $50. That's not bad. $50, 587 pieces. That's not bad at all.
I honestly like how it looks a lot.
The books are 20. I thought they were gonna be 10. So honestly, I'm not sure what I'll do. What I'm gonna do is hope these hair pieces go up bricks and pieces. That's what I'm gonna do.
Well, there's that too. Now, if I get any of these sets, it would be the house, but I want to see the movie first.
Yeah. I don't see myself getting a full set, unless it's one of the books, but
my thing is I like the look of the set, like the house, enough that I wouldn't mind buying it.
Yeah, that's fair. Alright, anything else to say on Encanto?
No, not much else besides it's really nice to get more just like different hairstyles.
Yeah. No, like this is LEGO doing diversity well.
Mm-hmm. Shang-Chi moment.
Yeah, because they have done it very poorly in the past, but this is a very good example of a good way to do it.
Yep.
And also because they can now reuse these hair pieces on yellow minifigures and still have diversity within yellow minifigures.
Yes.
All right.
The yellow minifigure diversity discussion would be an interesting one to have.
I want to make a whole video on it because I think it is an interesting thing that it does exist. I don't think it used to exist, but as of recently, there very much is that. Like the Chinese New Year figures are all yellow, but most of them are clearly designed to be Chinese.
Yeah.
Based on their clothing and the fact that most of them have black hair and everything. So I
Yeah.
feel like, and I think that's like important for LEGO to lean into a little bit more, because there is the assumption a lot of people make that, oh, yellow is white, which it isn't.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no, I also think it's important to use predominantly black hairstyles on the yellow minifigures.
yeah, which again, that's another thing they've been doing more often. Like a lot of the speech.
LEGO's been really evolving in terms of their diversity and disability and racially.
In some ways, and then in other ways, not so much. Like
Yeah.
Shang-Chi
Honestly,
and Eternals are really bad.
They've gotten better, but they are not where they need to be.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but I want to make a long-form scripted video about that at some point.
Yeah.
I think it's an interesting topic to discuss. Do we have anything else official, or do we just want to go into our other non-LEGO topics?
Well, the Batman sets came out.
Oh yeah, so yeah, the Batman sets came out. These are the ones that I was not a big fan of, but Matthew bought all 3 of them.
I did buy all 3 of them.
And what are your thoughts now, Matthew?
I love them, which is kind of surprising because I was a little on the fence when I saw the pictures, especially of the Batmobile, and I think the Batmobile is my favorite set of the 3.
Yeah.
Which is very surprising.
I do have to say, once you sent me a picture that was from a different angle and with the power blast removed, I did like it a lot more.
Having it in person, I just think it looks really good. Like, I don't think any image that they have of this look nearly as good as it does, like, actually holding it. I mean, the Tumbler is probably in my top 5 sets of the year, and this one is not, but, like, they just look really good together. This feels like a Batmobile, but it also just feels like a muscle car, which is cool and how it is supposed to feel. Like, I mean, it fits 2 minifigures. It's a very good set. It's a good build. Also, it's like almost 400 pieces for $30, which is really cool.
Oh, it's 30? I thought it was 40.
Yeah, no, it's 30.
Oh, okay, that's not bad then. I won't get it still, but that's kind of makes it a little more tempting.
Yeah, no, I mean,
like at 24, if I like the movie and it's 24, then I might consider it.
It's surprisingly a very good set, which is good because this was the one I thought I would dislike the most.
Right.
The motorcycle sets. This Batman motorcycle is so cool.
Really.
Just like I like the profile of it a lot.
The profile looks cool. The front's a little funny.
It is funny, but I don't know. In terms of like Lego motorcycles, it's a good build and it looks better than some of them do. However, you get 3 motorcycles in this wave, and there's only 3 sets, which is a little because you like really.
Oh my god, really? That's.
I only have one of every set, but like,
oh my god.
This is the one from the Batcave, and this is the one from the Bat Chase, and they are almost identical.
Wow.
Like,
nice one, Lego.
There's very little difference between them.
That's a little lame.
That is a little lame. But then the Batcave is like genuinely really cool. Like,
yeah.
I said this to you in a text message, but it feels a lot like the hub area from the first Lego Batman game. And I know that is a cave and not a train station, but it just has that same feel. Like there's a lot of there's a lot of like space down like just to pose figures and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, really solid wave. I like all the figures a lot too. Having like this new Batman minifig, like the head, it really feels like this head was designed for this character and not the Harry Potter character that uses it.
Yeah.
I think it was Tom Riddle.
Yeah.
But
how's Joker? Not Joker. Riddler.
Welcome back to not great printing.
Oh really?
I don't know how great you'll be able to see it, but just the tan on the eyes doesn't look too.
Oh yeah, I can. Yeah, it's a little low res, but I can tell. That's.
Yeah.
Lego.
It's not a bad figure either. It's just like that really kind of struck me.
Luckily, at least with him, like that's not as bad because that's only part of the figure where skin is showing, right?
Yes.
So you like while it looks bad, you don't have that direct contradiction with skin tone directly next to it.
Yes.
That's when it's really bad with like Hunted Cole's one that immediately comes to mind because he's got yellow arms. And then the like chest printing on his torso is just so discolored that it looks like so disjointed.
Forgetting that figure though, Jim Gordon is really good.
Yeah, that one did look fantastic.
Don't love the torso on him, but
yeah, why did they go with that torso?
I don't know. I mean, my guess is it's probably the kind of suit that he wears.
I mean, didn't that torso come out like 15 years ago.
Yes, I don't know if it's updated or not. It does look slightly different. I'll need to do some research into that, honestly. But regardless, the head print is really good, I think.
Yeah.
So that figure's really good, and this one is like fantastic.
Yeah.
Penguin, and then the Batman is really good. So these sets are very good. I did not wait to see the movie, and the movie might suck, but I will still be happy I have these.
Yeah.
I feel like the villains as well, like the Riddler, and Penguin were not in the Nolan movies.
Yeah.
And I feel like they fit the vibe of the Nolan movies really well.
Yeah.
So like if nothing else, I can just display these with my like Nolan movie stuff and it will work out.
So this movie is supposed to be in the same universe as the Joker movie, right?
I think so.
So theoretically, we could get that Joker minifigure at some point.
Is that like for sure?
I mean, I assume so because it's not it's not DCEU because number one, that universe is dead. Number two, we have a Batman Joker in that universe already. This movie does not have a Joker, and it's got a new Batman, and the Joker movie kind of set up for a Batman in the future. So
it would be cool if there's a second one and it's Batman versus Joaquin Phoenix Joker.
Yeah. I just want a Joaquin Phoenix Joker minifigure. That'd be so funny.
I agree. I don't think it's impossible. We did get the like Harley Quinn from DCEU.
Yeah. Wait, did we?
Yes.
When?
In the Statue of Liberty Lego Movie 2.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
And that is not a figure you would ever expect to be made.
I forgot about that, yeah.
I don't think it's out of the question.
Yeah. Also in LEGO rumors, the UCS Hulkbuster may be coming.
Yeah.
Literally don't care.
Me either. It's not one I'll remotely be interested in.
I find UCS sets most interesting when they're minifigure scale, which would be really cool if there's something like that coming soon. But
yeah, if there is, we'll talk about it when it's officially
revealed and not just leaked images online. But yeah, that would be really cool if there was a minifigure scale.
Honestly, it would be awesome.
Yeah,
and
but
if they make a set like that, I would love it.
But Hulkbusters are already out of minifigure scale when they're $40.
Yeah.
So, and they already did this once too. We had a $200 one before.
To be completely honest, the scale they make Hulkbusters on is detailed enough that I don't think they need to make a more detailed, double the size version.
Right? Yeah, the Hulkbuster. I think I'm perfectly fine with the Hulkbuster scale. It's too big. It's bigger than in the universe, but it allows them to have enough detail and playability.
Yeah.
But I don't care for a $200 one.
Yep.
So. No, thank you. Unless LEGO sends it to me, in which case, thank you, LEGO. I would love that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Love you guys. Alright, what else happened this week? We got a Mandalorian, a Book of Boba Fett trailer.
Yeah, did you watch it?
I did watch it, and it kind of, like, went in my eyeballs and immediately left my head afterwards.
I'm excited for it, honestly. It looks really good.
No, I did enjoy it. I'm not saying I didn't like it, but, like, I'm trying to think back, like, what memorable things happened in that trailer, and I just remember, like, they were like, I'm Boba Fett, I'm a good guy, here, let's do some business, I'm like the Godfather, but instead it's Star Wars, and then...
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
And Fennec Shand was, like, also there, and it was all, like, the funny aliens from the Cantina, which I thought was funny.
Yeah.
It looks good, doesn't look like they're revealing too much, so I have no clue what the plot is, but... I'm excited for it. It was also probably early in the morning when I watched it, which is probably why I don't remember it.
Yeah. No, I'm excited for it. I feel like it has a lot of potential.
We also got a release date, which is, what, December 29th?
Yep.
Which they're really waiting until the last minute for that, but...
What do you mean?
Like, it's coming out, like, 'cause they said, winter 2021, or holiday 2021, and it is literally...
At least they said holiday 2021, and it's coming out then. They didn't say spring 2019, and it still isn't out yet.
Can't imagine a piece of Star Wars media that would do something like that.
I know. That'd be crazy.
I think it was spring 2020, for the record.
Oh, okay.
It's only 3 years delayed. Come on, man, not 4.
Right.
That happened. We got a trailer for Buzz Lightyear, the movie.
Yeah, we did.
That looks interesting.
I'm very excited for that one.
Yeah, it just looks like Pixar doing a space thing, and they just attach Buzz Lightyear's name to it.
Yep.
Looks cool. I'm gonna watch it. Pixar's usually pretty good.
I'm also excited because we're rumored to be getting 3 sets that are not 4+ for that.
Yeah, which would be kind of shocking because we haven't got a non 4+ Pixar set in a long time.
Probably because they don't sell that well.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think part of that's just the translation of those movies into Lego form, maybe.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if they necessarily always lend themselves to that, but I guess this is space. There's gonna be spaceships and stuff that they can put out. So
Yeah, we'll see.
yeah, we'll see. Chris Evans was Buzz Lightyear. Chris Pratt was cast as Garfield.
Yep.
Thoughts?
It's a me, Garfield.
I'm a broken man, Matthew.
Why is he every character?
I was okay with the Mario casting, okay? It was funny. But I'm like, you know what? He's a decent voice actor. Would he have been my first choice, or my second choice, or my 35th choice? No. But is it probably going to be okay? Yeah. But Garfield? He's not Garfield. Garfield's supposed to be, like, unenergetic, like, kind of like, Chris Pratt has too much energy to play Garfield. Like,
yeah.
Garfield has a very dry humor. That's like
Garfield. Chris Pratt does not need to play every character.
I saw it in my Twitter feed literally right before filming. Somebody said Nick Offerman should have been Garfield, and they edited a bunch of clips of him onto like an animation they did to Garfield, and it literally would have been so perfect.
Yeah.
Didn't
he play not Metal Gear? I know he's Metal Gear 2, right?
Yeah.
Isn't he Ron Swanson?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but like, imagine the Ron Swanson voice from Garfield. Like, that would work.
Yes.
Because he's got that like.
Correct. That's like one of my favorite shows.
Yeah.
Show's so good.
But man, the worst part is I don't know when this movie's slated to come out, but we might have 2 Chris Pratt animated movies in theaters at the same time.
That'd be really funny.
At least the render for Garfield for the movie looks good. It doesn't look like garbage like Sonic did. So
yeah,
I'm a big Garfield fan though. So
yeah,
they better do this right.
I hate Mondays, John.
I hate Mondays.
The joke of Garfield, I think, is that he's a cat, so like he shouldn't actually care about this stuff, but he does.
Yep, that is a joke. Also, real quick, I want to mention Pibby.
Yeah.
So Pibby, for those who don't know, is a trailer that was posted to Adult Swim, which is Cartoon Network's grown-up nighttime channel. So this one isn't for the kids to watch, but it does relate to Lego and the fact that Unikitty is in it for some reason, because it's like a big crossover of a bunch of Cartoon Network properties, but they're evil this time. It looks good. I'm excited for it, but Unikitty's in it, which kind of shocked me, because Lego is big. Like, we don't do violent media, we don't do adult media, we're all child-friendly, and especially a character like Unikitty, who was literally, like, designed for a kids movie, kind of shocked me. So if I had to guess, Warner Bros. Just must have 100% ownership over that character somehow.
Maybe.
But
here's a fun fact about Matthew and Unikitty. When Lego Movie 1 was first coming out, before we had any media besides the sets, I thought Unikitty was going to have like a deep man's voice as like a subversion of expectations joke kind of thing. Because in the biggest set of that wave, the Unikitty had like the painted on glasses, and I assumed that she was just going to be like Lord Business's sidekick, and she was going to like be the like big reveal at the end of the movie, like, well, actually, I'm working with him, and that like it was going to be a man the whole time, and it was just like that was going to be the character, and I really thought that until I saw the movie.
That's really funny.
And I was very surprised that like no, it wasn't a man; it was actually like a little girl character.
Anyway, I'm excited for that show. I hope it turns out to be a whole show, because that's not confirmed yet, but seems wacky, seems fun.
Yeah.
And it's half the characters we do have in Lego form anyway, so.
Yeah.
Alright, you want to go some viewer questions, Matthew?
Yeah, sure.
What is the best city sub-theme?
Space.
I'm kind of, not gonna lie, I kind of enjoy the wildlife stuff right now.
Okay, well, do you have any of it?
No, but it looks cool.
Yeah, okay. I have
Well, if
all of
we're judging it like based on the price, like if that stuff was worth the, like if the prices on that theme were better, I would definitely buy more of it. But
Mhm.
it's just City as a whole is just expensive.
Um, Here, a question from the Brick Gamer. Ninjago revisited when?
Oh yeah.
It'll happen by 2024.
Listen, it's just like we'll make the next episode of Ninjago Revisited when the Skywalker Saga comes out.
Yeah. So spring 2020.
We'll make the next episode when Cartoon Network airs Ninjago on Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another thing. Speaking of which, um, Ninjago might be done on Cartoon Network, straight up.
Yeah, I know.
Because Seabound and at least the island, but probably Seabound too, are coming to Netflix in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Because Netflix just like if you go to Ninjago on Netflix right now, it says new seasons coming on November 19th, which like they haven't even aired on Cartoon Network yet. So that means they'd be coming to Netflix first.
That might not be happening.
Yeah, I mean, I'd prefer Netflix release it before November, but I'm all for it releasing on Netflix.
Yeah. It's kind of weird to me that Cartoon Network is even still a thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Like, who watches cartoons anymore? They have video games now.
True.
Back in my day, I had to watch TV on the TV.
What would you like the next theme of the next what would you like the theme of the next season of Ninjago to be? Like, 14 was ocean, and before that it was castle.
So we're actually getting close enough to finding out what the theme will be that I think this is a decent conversation to have.
Yeah. I don't know.
So
what I'm trying to think back to old Lego sub themes. Dinosaur. Give us the dinosaur.
unironically, that would be probably really fun.
I feel like that would work like if they whenever the inevitable Time Twins return happens, whether that be next season or far, far from now, I feel like they could do like a whole time travel crossover thing.
Yeah.
Give us a buildable Grundle, please.
I really want a Grundle. So, if we're being realistic, this next season is the conclusion to the arc that we've been on for a couple years now.
Yeah.
However, it is also a soft reboot of the sets. And whenever they do a soft reboot, it means it's going to be Snakes. So I have a feeling it's going to be Snakes.
Well, I mean, we know it's Snakes, kind of.
Yes, we know it's Snakes, but like, we've talked about it before, and it could just be a thing for the sets, like generic Snake villains. But I have a feeling it's just going to be Snakes again.
I feel like because it is the finale, it may also go back to just like traditional ninja a little bit, like
yeah.
Kind of similar to
Yes.
the way Tournament was very just like the entire thing was just ninja. It wasn't really a separate sub theme, especially because of how weird like Seabound and Master of the Mountain was. We haven't gotten that in a while.
Well, there are no traditional ninja on shelves anymore, and they like to always have traditional
ninja on shelves. Island is more ninja-ish.
It's more ninja-ish, but like it is still a theme.
Do we? Yeah, I guess, and we have. I guess some of the Legacy 1 suits are still on shelves, because Legacy... Yeah. Because Legacy 2 is, like, because they have the half mask and everything, but, like, Legacy 1's the only full masks on shelves right now, which is kind of wild.
Yeah. I'm excited, especially from what we've seen of the new suits, to get a new suit style, and I hope they kind of carry that one forward a little bit.
Yeah.
Like how they kept the 2019 suits in the show, especially, for so long.
Yeah. And these suits look good, so I'm excited.
Yeah, I like the consistency.
Here's a good question from Niv. Have you heard about the global shipping delays happening right now?
So, a bit. I know that companies are, like, really pushing people to shop early because they won't be able to fulfill stuff.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be a LEGO issue, too. Like, I don't know if you've been on LEGO.com, but, like, a lot of random stuff is sold out right now.
Yeah.
Apparently 3 of the LEGO City stunt sets are still not out, despite being October 1st releases because of this. And also because there's production issues with them, too.
Yeah.
But it's wild, like...
Yeah, if you want LEGO stuff for holiday seasons, your kid, talk to your parents about getting it now.
Yeah.
Because it will be difficult
Yeah.
It could be difficult, and it would suck if you can't get the
Oh
stuff
my,
you
yeah,
want.
I just checked LEGO.com. Only one page of Ninjago is in stock right now.
Yeah, that's
Normally there's
pretty.
like 2.5. Yeah, like just a few things out of stock. Water Dragon, Fire Dragon, uh, most of the legacy sets. And a lot of things are like sold out, which like way before they were supposed to. Like a lot of the like retiring by December 31st are just gone already. Like
I
Legacy Bounty gone.
I have not seen the Overlord Dragon since probably April or May.
That one is still listed as temporarily out of stock, so that one should be coming back.
I can't find it anywhere. It's not available in Lego stores. It's not available. I've been to like 3 or 4 Lego stores in the past 2 months, and not a single one has had it.
That's correct. I think
Um,
it definitely had limited production, that one, but it should be coming back at some point.
I cannot find that one anywhere.
Yeah. But yeah, so get your stuff now. It sucks that this is a thing, but yeah. All right, is that it for this podcast?
Yeah. Oh, something else. Advent calendars, buy them now because they're probably not producing more.
They're 20% off at Walmart.
Oh, are they?
Yes, and my
They were,
Walmart was fully stocked, so
they were 20% off at Target. Like they started to sell out around this time, so I
yep.
bought mine like a couple weeks ago already. They're sitting on under my bed because I did not want last year to happen again where I couldn't get them until halfway through.
Yeah.
Month.
All right, yeah, I think that's gonna do it for this week's episode of the Wooker Podcast. If you enjoyed, please
Yeah.
press like, subscribe if you're new. We do these every Wednesday for Sensei Wu. Any final thoughts, Matthew?
No.
Zinga. See you guys in the next one. Alright, you guys gotta check this out, alright? Alright, Matthew can't see it because I'm putting up the other camera, but... So you got Pikachu right here, okay? And he's surfing, but check this out. Now he's flying. Isn't that spectacular, guys?
Sick.
You couldn't even see it.